Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to my channel. I hope that you guys are all having a really great day. So for today's video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to recreate this makeup tutorial. And I really wanted to film for you guys a full face glamorous makeup tutorial using all drugstore products. I know a lot of times in my makeup tutorials, I use a lot of high-end products, but I really wanted to show you guys today that it is just as possible and just as easy to recreate or to create a full face gorgeous makeup look that is done with all affordable makeup products. So that is what I'm going to be doing for you guys today. Also, I did want to mention to you guys that today's video is sponsored by a brand called XOXO, and I'm really excited to be partnering with them for today's video because they are a beauty subscription service. So you guys already know how I feel about my beauty subscriptions, but the really cool thing about this one is that they do cater specifically to women of color and diverse ethnicities. So of course, being a woman of color, I think that is really cool to know that everything that you're going to be receiving in your beauty box that month is going to be something that you're more than likely going to be able to put to good use, from hair care products, makeup products, skincare products, everything that you can think of caters specifically to women of color. So I'm really excited to be partnering with them for today's video, as I mentioned, and I'm going to be using one of the products out of the September box, and it is the Black Radiance mascara. So this is the mascara right here. It's already out of the packaging because of course I used it for today's video, but the first thing that I noticed on this mascara is that it does come with a $1 off coupon, so I thought that was really cool. But this one is the Bodybuilding Voluminescent Mascara. So I will list it and link it for you down below. I will also link for you down below XOXO. So if you're interested, you can definitely sign up and go ahead and get started with receiving your own box each and every month. So before we get started, if you are new, hey, my name is Faye. Thank you so much for stopping by and checking out this video. I really hope you do enjoy. If you do, make sure to give it a big thumbs up, and also be sure to subscribe to my channel so that you will never miss a future upload. So if you would like to see how to recreate this full face drugstore glam makeup tutorial, then please keep watching. Alrighty guys, so we are starting with our eyes already primed today, and the very first thing that I'm going to do is apply a light transition color. This is a neutral peachy brown shade. It's not going to show up too much in the crease area, but it's mostly just to lay down to help our other colors blend nicely. Next up, I'm picking up a brownish red shade in a fluffy blending brush. The palette that I'm using is by Sonia Kashuk. I will link it for you guys down below, and I'm just buffing that back and forth in the crease. So I'm going to be using two palettes from Black Radiance today. The first one is Deeper the Berry, and I'm picking up this kind of pinkish purpley shade, and I'm going to be buffing this back and forth in the crease. Following that, sticking with the same palette, I'm going to be picking up this bluish deep purple shade, and I'm going to be applying this also in the crease. Now with this particular color, I am picking up a little bit at a time and slowly building and buffing the color. The colors in these palettes are very, very, very pigmented, so you just want to work in small sections a little bit at a time, just so that you make sure that you don't go overboard at once and have a hard time blending out. And I am going to blend this all the way into the inner corner as you see me doing here, and just buff it out using windshield wiper motions. So once I've got the pigmentation built up to my liking, I'm going to go back in with that original blending brush with no additional product and just blend out those edges and make sure that everything is blended nicely. So next up, I'm going in with this Black Radiance primer. I'm taking just a little bit of this because a little goes a long way, and I'm just going to apply this on my lid, right on that mobile lid space. And then on top of that, I'm going in with another Black Radiance palette. This is called Downtown Browns, and I'm picking up this shimmery brown shade. Now I will be honest, when you look at this color in the palette, it's a deep chocolate brown shade with gold kind of shimmer or glitter in it. I was expecting to have more shimmer and glitter out of this shadow. I mostly just got a matte blackish brown. So I was a little disappointed with that, but we're definitely going to go ahead and make it work. So I'm just going to apply that all over my lid and then go back in with that deep, deep purple shade on a more precise brush and buff and blend that in the crease to help to blend out the edges of that black. Now I will say also, I did have a moment with this look where I really contemplated washing it off and starting over because I felt like it just was not going to come together, but just keep on blending. I promise it'll come together. So as you can see, I went ahead and applied my liner and lashes off camera, and I'm going to move on to the face now. I'm going to apply my primers as well as do some color correcting underneath my eyes. As usual, you guys know I will list and link everything down below, but I'm just going to apply this corrector underneath my eyes as well as around my nose and blend everything out with my finger. And then following that, I'm going to be mixing two of my current favorite foundations from the drugstore. They are both from the L'Oreal Infallible line. One is the Pro Matte and the other is the Pro Glow. So I'm just going to apply equal parts of those foundations on my face and then blend them out with this brush by Real Techniques. Following that, I'm going to apply my concealer, and as you can see, with the power of editing, we are all blended and ready to go. And then to set everything in place, I'm going to be using my Airspun powder, and if you have not tried this powder, you really need to try it out. I picked this up from Walmart. You get this huge container for only $5, and it sets and bakes your concealer like a dream. Now, if you are a woman of color, I will say it can come across a little ashy, so you will see later on when I set the rest of my face that I do run my face powder around those areas as well, just to make sure that everything is nicely blended. So I went ahead and applied my brows off camera. Brows are the only thing that I could not find a drugstore product for. Sorry, you guys know I am very particular about my brows, but to set them in place, I did use a drugstore product, the L'Oreal Brow Stylist Plumper, which I absolutely love. So as you can see here, I'm going in and buffing all that powder off of my face, and you can see it does kind of leave a little bit of a white cast. So when I go in with my face powder, you see here that I am also buffing that around that area just to kind of bring a little bit more color into that area. The majority of the product I'm putting on the outer areas of my face, and then just with whatever is left on the brush, I'm buffing over those areas where I set and baked my face. So following that, I'm going to apply a little bit of eyeliner on my lower lash line, and then to buff and smoke it out, I'm using that dark deep brown that we used on the lid and a flat definer brush, and I'm just going to work that back and forth into the lashes and really smoke it out. And then I'm going back in with that pinkish purpley shade that we used in the crease and just running that back and forth along the lower lash line to make sure that everything blends smoothly. So next up, I'm going to go ahead and apply my black Radiance Voluminescent mascara that I mentioned in the intro. I'm applying this at the base of my lashes to blend them in with my falsies, and also applying it on my lower lashes as well. And then I'm going to take this Wet n Wild highlighting and contour duo and just apply this on the hollows of my cheeks as well as along my forehead to contour, and also down the sides of my nose, just the usual areas that you guys know I normally contour. And then after that, I'm going in with a black Radiance powder that is a little bit darker than that shade that I just used, and a more precise contour brush, and I'm just going to apply this right along the bottom of my contour to kind of sculpt and define it a little bit more. And then following that, I'm going to buff and blend it all together, and then we can move on to blush. So this one is by Milani. It's in the shade Fantastico Mauve. Absolutely beautiful, beautiful shade, and complemented the eyes very, very beautifully. So I'm just applying that on my cheeks and blending it into that contour, and then blending it out with my powder brush just to make sure that everything is nice and seamless. So for my highlight today, I'm using the Makeup Revolution Shimmer Brick in the shade Radiance. You guys know I have been obsessed with this highlighter. So I'm just going to apply this very, very, very generously on my cheekbones, also on the center of my nose and cupid's bow. And then I'm also going to apply it on my inner corner to highlight that area. I know I've said this a million times, but do not sleep on these highlighters. They are amazing and super, super affordable. So I'll link them for you down below if you want to check them out. You can get them at your local Ulta store. So moving on to the lips, the first thing that I'm going to do is line them. I'm using my Milani lip liner in the shade Cocoa. This is one of my favorite lip liners by Milani, and these glide on so smoothly. I'm obsessed with them. So I'm just going to line my lips, and then right on top of that, I'm going to apply a matte lipstick, also by Milani, in the shade Matte Blissful. And then on top of that, I'm going to apply this Maybelline lipstick in the shade Warm Me Up, just to kind of tone it down just a little bit. It was a little too pink for me. But after I have applied my lip products, I'm just going to set everything in place with my makeup setting spray, and this is the finished look. So I really hope that you guys enjoyed this makeup tutorial. I really love the way it ended up coming out, even though I got a little bit nervous about halfway through filming it for you guys. But again, like I said, just keep blending and it will all come together. Let me know down below what other makeup tutorials or videos you guys would like to see from me. Thank you so much again for watching. Please subscribe if you haven't already, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye!